So hi there everyone, welcome back to another episode of the LookSee. My name's Leon, I'm the one looking after you. And in this video we're looking at Femida, which I've been provided by the developers to have a look at. And I had recorded this game, but unfortunately it seems to have deleted my original recording, so I'm having to redo it. So we're going to hit new game and get into it. So there we go, press that. What should I know? Provisional government summoned Demian Mardoch to serve in the capital. He has accepted the transfer. His father disappeared after the March for Peace. Tomorrow he will arrive and soon send the man responsible for it to the scaffold. What are you afraid of? A dangerous city. Metropolis lives by its own rules. I hope you will understand them, and I have another concern. What's the concern? His father. He might... Radio. Good sunny day everyone. Best time to go on a picnic in a park with your family. Moreover, you have a good occasion for that. Today, a year has passed since the start of the democratic revolution. Not that long ago, brave people of our city, Metropolis, overthrew the bloody dictator. Last week we honoured the innocent people and the heroes who were murdered on his commands while fighting for our freedom. The provisional government has organised a big event in the central square. They have done a good job so far in giving us the rights we deserve and reforming our great state. So thank them if you have a chance. Let's rejoice and celebrate. And now for the weather forecast. After lifting the luggage to Mila's place. You, my back. Mila, oh hi. Hi Mila. Did you find the keys? I was in the bathroom and couldn't hear you knocking. Are you done? Yeah, that's all. Thanks for allowing me to stay at your place. It's expensive to rent in Metropolis. Glad to see you. Mia, me too, old friend. How did you get this job, by the way? You, a long story short, the provisional government fired many employees in the capital. Clerks, officials, judges and others. They designed a lottery to fill the positions because they didn't want to have the same bias amongst the judges. Yeah, lucky you. I have to go to work soon. We've got a choice of answers now. You haven't changed. Can't prove you wrong. I hope you're going to stay at my place while you're in the capital, or maybe forever. Alright, sounds like she's flirting. I'm sorry, let me play a doctor for a moment. Do you take the prescribed pill? As I know you still have the headaches. We'll say I haven't had any headaches lately. You should. The whole reason you are feeling better is the pills. Your severe headaches can affect your performance at work. You have a big responsibility. You're going to judge all these serious cases. Do you imagine the possible consequences if you don't do well? I care for you so much. Please keep taking them. I get it, don't worry. I know you get it. You always did. Sorry for scolding. What time is it? Oh, I gotta go. Bye. Me too. Almost late. Someone's waiting upstairs. Okay, little criticism. Too much reading. Not enough doing. Man in white, do you realise that we are breaking the procedure? Conducting the trial without an important witness. Doctor said he will get well soon. Man in black, we have been waiting for too long. The crowds demand his death. The situation will get out of control. The man in white, as any citizen of the state, he deserves a fair trial. We need to wait for the marshal. The archive of resolution isn't even declassified yet. Man in black. Dictator is already declared guilty of crimes against the state and much more. Doomed to die. Marshal is the enemy of the state too. We don't need his testimony. Once he is awake, he will be executed too. Man in white. But the procedure. Man in black. I remember your family and the general secretaries were close. You were his loyalist and then flipped to another side so fast after the revolutionary forces took over. Man in black. Now you are a general prosecutor instead of just a marionette of his. No worries, General Prosecutor. I will take care. Man in white. I wouldn't. Oh, he is here already. Prosecutor. Hello, Mr. Mardoch. Nice to meet you. I hope you had no difficulties getting here. Let me introduce us. My name is Charles Humphrey, the General Prosecutor. I'm going to show you around. This is Quentin Gunn, Director of the Secret Service, Internal Security and Gunn. So here's our hero, Prosecutor Intelligence. So, nice to meet you, gentlemen. Doing my best. I'm no here. You can call me Demian. You don't have to be, as long as you play by the rules. Your first job is going to be the trial state versus former General Secretary of the State. The judge who was originally in charge of this trial died not so long ago. We suspect he was murdered. Wait, what? Don't be afraid, we will take care. Former GS, General Secretary, is already declared guilty of a number of serious crimes. It is more of a show trial at this point, and you get to finish the show. I'm curious about what you think about conducting a trial without a key witness. If you say as a key witness, we should wait. Hard to say without knowing the details. Was there summons to the cattle to run the show? Hard to say without knowing the details. Regardless of your opinions, the court is preparing for the trial. A public violent execution will calm all these radical movements down. You will sentence him to death. Prosecutor, saying goodbye is not his thing. Not a pleasant gentleman, but Mr. Gunn is a professional. I wouldn't recommend messing with him. Revolutionary forces tried to assassinate him, and public officials tried to replace him, and none of them are alive now. Gunn is one of the few who are still holding the positions after the resolution. Noted. Prosecutor, so far so good. Before we go in, I have a question for you. What is justice? Keeping order, preventing harm, and punishing the evil. Never breaking the rules and everyone being equal before the law. What's for the greater good society? Still haven't figured out. We'll go for that one. That's what I believe. We shall come inside now. I'm going to show you your workplace. It's just a lot. I mean, we're, 7 minutes in, and we're still looking at other things. Tutorial falls on the table to review the documents, steel case to review the evidence, door to proceed to the courtroom and start the trial. You can change the design on the wall. Red, flag of the old regime. Blue is of the new regime one. There's also a picture, just click on it. Oh, right, okay. So that's the regimes. We'll have the picture. Yeah. Okay. It's just a lot of reading. What have we got in here? Didn't write the number of people accused the police and the National Guard. And the table dictator. Not much chance of fabrication. Okay, let's go. Participants list to pick a character, question list to ask them questions, paper on the table to review evidence, gavel to start the trial sentence, keep the tension down on the right using gavel during the trial. You have to replay the trial if the tension gets out of hand. Score as much as you can by asking relevant questions. The low score, the number of endings you get is very limited. You have 12 minutes. We probably won't get all that, but then let's... go to the witness. Prosecutor. Captain Connon was at the March for Peace. She lost her father during the mass shooting. Alan Connon was the most renowned detective in the state, the national heroes. The court expresses our condolences. Thank you, Your Honour. Right. Prosecutor, you may start asking, Your Honour. What happened? Everything had been alright, then confusion, someone screamed, some started running, shots were fired by the National Guard and the police, who targeted people on the march. Right, okay, so I got his points. Father told me to flee the central square and find cover. He tried to stop this madness. By the time I found him, he was dead. Okay, who shot first? See, this is annoying as well. I mean, you're following it up here and you've got to keep going back down here. National Guard started and the policeman followed. Some were silent, some were having small talk. Most of them were shouting what was written. Peaceful transition of power. Resignation for dictator. Where are they reading these words? I suppose the protest leaders distributed them to the crowd. I didn't see this happening, though. Were any of them identified? Prosecutor, we failed to identify them. Right, okay. Any provocations from the civilians? I hadn't noticed any. There were plenty of elderly people and parents with little kids. Okay. Someone in the crowd could have acted provocatively, but the reaction of the guardsmen was reprehensible. Like most people, I saw the first fire coming from the National Guard. The police officers were responsible for keeping the march peaceful, and they were trying to send people home. The guardsmen were unusually alerted and acted nervously. Okay. Probably they had some fear that this huge crowd was able to overthrow the government just by rushing into the building. Ministries, agencies, departments, they all located near Central Square. Don't know anything about politics, certainly nothing positive now. What's this? Rumours. No, although my intuitions hinted it. Intuition. It might be a detective's flair, but it's in my blood. Okay. Let's go to Quentin Gunn of the Secret Service. Did the dictator order the shooting, Mr. Gunn? According to our investigation, he did. Any evidence to support it? We cannot disclose everything. We have handed over everything we can to you. Right, shooting order. Did you receive the shooting order, or was it involved in issuing in any way? Issue and execution of such orders are not part of my job's responsibilities. We found it later. Are we 100% confident he gave the order? Yes, we are. The dictator did it. Any evidence to support it? Let's go to the reforms document. I heard rumours about the unknown changes to come from the state clerk. Nothing specific though. March of Peace. Did you know about the March of Peace prior to the events? Quentin Gunn, I had no certain information. What? How did this happen? A man in charge of internal security didn't know. We received tons of data to process. Internal security concern themselves only with serious threats to the state and our people. Acts of terrorism, for example, we are focused on chasing the extremists. Peaceful protests, even unsanctioned, are out of our jurisdiction. Police should be taking care of them. Did you know about the March of Peace prior? What caused the march? You kept your position. I will serve while I am still of use. Where have you been? At home. Who can back these words? My wife, Emmy. Where is she? At hospital due to some reasons. What Mr. Gunn says is true. Police. Tell us what happened on the square. Shit happened, a bunch of meatheads spilled blood on our history. Mr. Glut, don't forget where you are. Insist you keep such words outside the courtroom. Pardon, Your Honour. My deputy received the order from the dictator and commanded the policemen in Central Square to join the National Guard in the slaughter. What connections did you have with the defendant? He appointed me to this position. I would appoint my fist to the man's bloody face now for what he has done, if I could. Why? Ordinary people suffered from his decisions and actions. I have always wanted to spit this truth to them. Okay, tensions rise. But there's nothing on the tension meter. We communicate, that's all. What do you think of the new cabinet? Whole bunch of smart fellows. I've got to know many of them. So you spend time. And I'm hitting the escape button there. I like the premise of this game, but, and I've said this in many a game, there's too much reading, especially when you're up against the clock. And this music is doing my head in. It needs to, I don't know, it just needs to flow better. As I say, I love the premises. I think it's got a great potential, an idea of this sort of kind of, you know, courtroom based game, and I can understand the music is trying to promote drama, but we saw a bit saying tensions rise, but this hasn't moved at all. And I say we're technically paused, yet the clock's still moving. So yeah, this is Femida. I will put the links in the video description. Go and check it out if you think, you know, it's your sort of thing. I honestly probably won't be playing this anymore myself, and there's not many games I honestly feel that about. But I don't know, let me know your thoughts. If you've enjoyed this video, please do hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, or if you haven't already done so, leave your comments below. Let me know your thoughts. But until the next video, bye bye for now.